Hello, A Day with Caleb, and this is part 6 of celebrities that I've met. If you haven't seen the previous 5, check down below. They should be there, or they will be at the end of this video where you can click, or they'll be on A Day with Caleb playlist. So without any waste of time, let's get right into part 6 of celebrities that I have met.
Caleb.
This one starts off at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. We were in Tampa, Florida to go to Busch Gardens because we had never done Busch Gardens, and we hit this con. We were going to circle back around and go to Orlando and obviously go to Disney World. So we met a few people. We were only there one day. First off was Ian McDiarmid, the Emperor from Star Wars, obviously. Had a massive line, huge people there for Star Wars. Obviously, a couple years later, he would be in the 9th chapter of Star Wars, coming back from the dead. So then we met Goonies star Rudy, multiple things. He's in my second favorite Monk episode. He's in Stranger Things. That is Sean Ashton. Got him to sign my Goonies photo. So that was cool. He was super knowledgeable about countless movies. Him, actually, prior to this, we met Data. So, 2 signatures. Obviously, I won't get probably most of the rest of the cast from that photo, but met those 2. And then we got to meet the original 4 turtles from the animated series: Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael. Almost didn't get to meet Raphael. They were right next to each other. Knocked the first 2 out. On the third one, I believe, was Donatello. He was a talker, so there was a bit of a line. On the last one, they had already blocked the line because they were going to a Q&A panel that started in like 10 minutes. So they had put this like board, like this easel thing to block the line. But this guy said that I could get in front of him to finish out the 4 signatures that I needed. So this guy let me cut. I got Raphael, got the 4. Obviously, I didn't know years later they would come to Fanboy. I don't have that hindsight. So super happy that I got the original 4 turtles at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. That's all we met there. A few months later, we would go to Walker Stalker Con in Atlanta to meet people from The Walking Dead. I have this big plaque of the first season where Rick is riding through on the horse. There's a cool shot, big board that I have them sign. So first up was Greg Nicotero. We actually told him the story of season 3 where we snuck on set of The Walking Dead, and actually we were behind the director for most of the filming, and met Rick and Chandler and Michonne while we were there, talked to them. Finally they figured out that we weren't part of the film crew, so we had to be ushered behind a barrier. But he laughed at that story. He said security was not as tight in season 3 as it is now currently. So had him sign. Emily Kinney signed as well. Then I got Sophie Madison Lynch. Obviously Emily Kinney is Beth. Sophie Madison, or Madison Lynch is Sophie. Then we met Jesus, Tom Payne. Then the Harp twins. They're not as notable, I guess, maybe as some of these others. They have a YouTube channel where they play the harp, obviously the Harp twins. But it was cool meeting fellow twins, especially girl twins. That was cool because they were very beautiful. Then we went back to Knoxville for Fanboy. I got to meet Ron Perlman. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He was at Walker Stalker. There were a few non-Walking Dead people there. So I met Ron Perlman. Then I met the King himself, the voice of Cyborg, Caton Payton, right? Then Tommy Flanagan from Sons of Anarchy, right? He was next to Tom Payne, so got to see him. Then Freddy Krueger himself, Robert Englund, big storyteller. He didn't have a long line, luckily, but he talked to us probably 10 minutes about an acting job he had early on in his career. So that was cool. Met Kane Harder, who is in most of the Jason films. So that was cool. Met host our judge of Face Off, Glenn Hedrick. He's done numerous films, special effects, makeup. Then Jason Momoa was there, and he had just been cast as Aquaman for the Justice League film. So that was cool. Actually met Jason Momoa the first Walker Stalker we did. My buddy Daniel, he got him to sign something, and we were kind of to the side, and he talked to all of us. Super down-to-earth guy. And then we saw Stephen Amell, Green Arrow. Then Neil McDermott, who's one of my favorite sci-fi films, Timeline. Then Greg Henry, who is on Gilmore Girls, but was the grandpa in Guardians of the Galaxy. Then Dave Bautista, Drax the Destroyer from Guardians. Then Michael Rooker, who I said we've met many times. And then Sean Gunn, who is James Gunn's brother, did motion capture for Rocket, kind of building up the character, and then obviously he was kind of, I guess, co-cap or right-hand man to Michael Rooker. Then, let's see, yes, then we went to Orlando and obviously have met multiple times Cinema Sickness CS, who is our friend and Disney goer, fellow Disney goer, DVC member now, so he is hot stuff. Maybe one day we'll be DVC members, we'll see. Then went to Orlando for the second Star Wars celebration. We met the Collider crew who was there. Won't go through the whole long list, but Jeremy Johns, a couple others. Christian Harloff, we'll just kind of do pictures to the side here. Met John Campea again. That was cool, back from the AMC days. Then he went to Collider, so we'll keep doing pictures there. But it was cool to see him again, and then obviously the new cast. So then we went back to Fanboy. I saw Tony Dow from Leave It to Beaver. Margaret Carey from, she was kind of the live action actor of Tinkerbell for Peter Pan, Walt Disney. She kind of acted the scenes out, and then they would film that, and then they would animate from that. So that was cool. Then the Red Power Ranger himself, Rocky. And then I had mentioned in Tampa Bay Comic-Con that we had met Data. I thought it was before Tampa Bay Comic-Con, but it was actually right here. So I put his picture there, but we'll put it again right here. Super cool. He saw Sean Astin's autograph, so we talked about Sean, then we talked about obviously Data and many things. Met JDF again. We've met him a couple times now. So had him, Rocky, and Amy Jo Johnson, Pink Ranger. I got him to sign my VHS. Told Amy Jo about Susie Q, because growing up, Disney Channel, that was probably where I got my crush on Amy Jo Johnson. Being the Pink Ranger was cool, but Susie Q was a great movie, and she was super gorgeous in that, super cute. So met them. Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk, was there. Saw him. Then we went back to Disney World. I know we go multiple times a year now, but we were there with our parents. It was kind of a family trip, and we were going to the Great Movie Ride to ride it because it was a short wait time. On the way, I heard kind of out of the corner of my eye I heard someone and saw them with a vlog setup similar to the one I have standing here, probably. It was Adam the Woo. I had watched him for years and years, especially going kind of in the outer limits of places that you weren't supposed to go to. So went back, tracked him down, got a photo with him, with Josh. So that was super cool. Then we went the next year to Walker Stalker again. But this time they had other actors, including Tobin Bell. Tobin Bell we had met before at Chicago, I want to say, Wizard World. But we didn't, he had a Q&A, so we saw him, but we didn't actually have him sign anything. This time I had him sign my Saw DVD, got a picture with him, so that was very cool. Then Lauren Cohen from Walking Dead, Glenn's wife, or girlfriend, if you will, Maggie. Super cool to get her because in previous years her line was too long and you could never get her autograph, but this year was able to get it. And then Aaron Singleton, T-Dog, met Chandler again, got him to sign the board, told him the same story about sneaking in, he loved that. Then Lonnie Morgan from The Walking Dead. Then Melissa McBride. And that was it for Walker Stalker. And this part of the celebrities I've met. If you did enjoy this, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and share with a friend who loves celebrities like we all do. And comment below with a celebrity that you've met and your experience with them. Until next time, guys, bye.